people? So we're back with another video. I hope you all had a good week, staying safe and staying free, ready for this weekend. Now this one that I'm bringing to you all tonight is all about a category A prison that I was locked up in, Hmp Perth. So let's get into it. So Hmp Perth was one of the very first prisons that I got sent to, and I nearly done about 2 months there until some mad unknown reason the prison decided to ship me out into the middle of nowhere where there was a bag of mountains, Hmp Glen Oakle, where the rapper Slim just came out of. Now I have done a video on it, it's out a couple of thousand now, go and check it out if you want. Anyway, so in Perth I was on C1 to the bottom left, and then you had the gates with the screws, and then you had the other part to C1, and when it was rec time they used to open up both gates, and then both, you know, sides could walk up and down. And then above us you had C2 and then C3, and then you had B wing. Now there was no introduction, you know, wings or any cells for you to go into to get used to it. You just go straight onto main population. Now anytime when I used to get transported, you know, within the prison en route, so they call it, when you're traveling inside a prison, and the screws used to ask me what wing I'm from, as it wasn't always the same screws, you know, to transport you from here and there to the gym and education. I used to say C1, and they used to always turn around and say, oh, Charlie 1, that's like a jungle. Now for myself personally, I never caught, you know, what they were saying at that time, as it was my first week there. But as time went along, you know, I then, you know, clocked like, raw, man's in a jungle, because, you know, there's people that came onto the wing that done a voluntary bang up, that didn't even want to step out onto the wing, and got shipped right out to another prison, and it took them 3 days to stay in that cell to get shipped out. They were not coming out. And then on top of it, when I was first on C1 and I was speaking to people, I was talking to them, you know, seeing what they was in for, vice versa, and they're telling me, yeah, there's a guy in here that killed someone. And I have dropped a video on this the first time I met a lifer, and I'm speaking, you know, to people, and they're telling me the same thing, and I'm like, nah, only until I run into the guy on the wing and speak to him, and he tells me, yeah, I'm in here for that, and I've got 26 years. And as I'm speaking to him, the first thing that comes into my head was, let this guy have one bad day and see if he doesn't take a man's life. He's got nothing to lose. That's all I kept on thinking. Now, until I got back to my cell as well, and I kicked back and I was smoking on my neek bar, I was thinking, you're telling me there's a man in here with people that he sees probably coming and going all the time, and then people that are here for, you know, quite some time. It's like, you know, how could you have a man that killed someone? And it was the way the prison was. So only until I got shipped, I realized the conditions of Perth was actually like a couple-star hotel compared to, you know, Glen Oakle. Glen Oakle didn't have no running water. Perth was at least clean. You had running water. Your buzzers worked. Now, the screws inside of Perth, the majority of them are just the way you are with them. If you want to act bad in that, them man will treat you like you're bad in that. So when you want, you know, stuff done and that, more time they ain't going to do it for you, especially if you get into a madness with them. And some of them are jobs worths, let alone, you know, trying to be the bad man and stuff. Like, if you're cool, they're usually cool with you. They don't really care if you're doing drugs or whatever it is you're doing. Just, you know, when it's bang up time, get behind the door. It's one of those ones. So I hope you all have enjoyed the video. I will drop another one on Monday. Stay safe and stay free.